The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan, Sharon!
Shall we play Legend?
Welcome to another episode of Nude Clan, the video game podcast of broken promises and broken dreams. I'm your host, Caleb Schweiss.
Caleb Craig.
And Cameron.
And today we are supposed to be doing The Legend of Dragoon.
We're just switching the days that we're doing stuff. It's
Yeah. So we were going to do a double episode today to make up for the fact that Cameron and I are going to be at KupoCon next weekend when we would do recording. But instead, so hear us out here. We're going to do one episode today, and then one episode when we get back on Tuesday.
So it'll just be a little late, but not too much.
But that is when we will review The Legend of Dragoon. And today the double episode is going to be that, and what this review is by its obvious title, the Silent Hill film review, the first Silent Hill movie. We sat down and watched it. Had either of you guys seen it before?
No.
I have. This is one of the ones that I actually did watch.
And I guess we'll talk about it with the review.
I remember two scenes.
Were they the skin ripping scene?
That was one of them that you don't not remember. And then I remembered... I remembered Sean Bean, just like the essence of Sean Bean in the movie. So I guess
the essence of Sean Bean.
One scene, and then that Sean Bean kind of feeling.
New cologne, essence of Sean Bean.
Essence of Bean. You're gonna smell great, I promise.
You could wear it to a funeral.
Yeah, you can wear it to a funeral. You can wear it to a brothel. You can wear it anywhere. Essence of Sean Bean. We watched that. We sat down to just barely finish the movie, and we are going to give you guys our thoughts on it, our review, and see kind of how it stacks up against some of the other video game movies. This is one that we've been hearing a lot of good things about from the community. There were numerous people that were like, oh yeah, this is like one of my favorite video game movies.
It does seem to be pretty well loved by the audience.
Yeah.
What is the audience score on that Rotten Tomatoes? Because the critic score is like 31.
Yeah. Let's look. Eventually.
When your computer decides it wants to work.
63 for audience.
Okay, so it's like 30% more.
That's a pretty big jump.
Yeah.
Respectable at the very least. So it's got a few big actors that I've seen before. Actresses, I guess. Sean Bean, Laurie Holden, I know from The Walking Dead, and another movie with Mist, The Mist. So she likes movies with fog. I have noticed. Maybe she's a real big fog machine, or she just can vape like on set because it's already super fucking foggy. She's just over there vaping up a storm.
These fat
She's contributing.
Clouds, bro.
Yeah,
got these fat plumes.
yeah.
Why does the fog smell like cherry?
Yeah, god damn it. No smoking on set. It's not tobacco.
It's Jewel.
Yeah, excuse me? Did you just say Jewel? God. So yeah, we'll go over that. Anyway, if this is your first episode of Nude Clan, we are a weekly video game podcast. We review games, we review movies, we bullshit and do other stuff on the side. Yeah, check us out. I'm sorry, this isn't Legend of Dragoon. I stayed up all fucking night until about 8 in the morning, and then I said, I can't I can't do this. The game's not going to be beaten. I might as well get 2 hours of sleep instead of 0 hours of sleep.
Dude, I really wish you would have just gone to bed at a normal time.
I really do too.
I told you that you were not that close.
Dude,
you still have like 6 hours until the end.
You got to sleep and start getting into a normal sleep schedule.
He was watching a speed run, and the guy in the speed run has 3 hours left. Which means Schweiss has like at least double that.
Schweiss, the thing about watching speedrun videos, the person who sped run it did it in however many hours. But you're going to at least double that, if not more, because you're watching him what he does, and then you have to repeat it, thus doubling the time. And unless you're doing it just as fucking precise as the guy does it, you're going to take you a little bit longer than he does. Any speedrun video that you're watching for a game, you have to at least double that time.
It had 3 hours at about 5 a.m. And then when I went back to resume the video, it still had 3 hours. So I was like, my eyebrows raised, and I'm like, what? What do you mean I still have 3 hours? Like, I've been playing. Like, does this time mean nothing? And this speedrun guy is just like...
You're basically watching someone play the game before you play it.
Well, I had it in real time a couple times. And then, I would fuck up, and I would have to pause it, and I'd be behind, and then it was in this part where enemies were just hopping out of the sand, and it was miserable. It's not that I can't beat it, though. The only thing... Okay, did you go to the area where there's that optional quest with the fucking knight guy?
No, I didn't do that one.
You know what I'm talking about, though?
Yeah, I saw it in
He
the
is
guide.
a fucking asshole. I was on him, and I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, this game is so fucking hard suddenly, and then I look, and it's like, oh, don't go here yet. It's really hard. I'm like, oh, well, yeah. I know. It's really, really fucking hard.
He's an optional boss.
It's like, good, because he has, like, 7,000 HP on 3 different parts of his body, and killing one part doesn't stop him from doing that part's moves. He still fucking nukes you. So then I lost like 40 minutes there. And then I read an article that was talking about sleep deprivation, and if you have like a negative balance of 20 hours, it's potentially irreversible. So like you'll never be able to recover. Not that it makes you like retarded or anything, but like it damages.
I just think I think what it was is that you build up a sleep debt, and you just can't just sleep really long to recover the hours. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, and
the only thing that'll help you in the long run is if you try to resume a normal sleep schedule over time. Yeah, you won't have that sleep debt anymore.
Yeah,
it's just you just can't go sleep it off, is what it's saying.
And the effects, it's like you can age faster, which I think I have done. I think I have aged in the last, 2 years more than the 2 years before.
Just fucking starting today, go to bed at a normal time. Stick to a schedule that makes sense for you.
Yeah, it could just be because I am getting older, but I don't know.
That and because you're fucking yourself over. Like, when was the last time you stuck to an actual sleep schedule?
For, more than, 2 days?
Mm-hmm. That shit catches up to you.
5 years?
It's been a little while, yeah.
You just need to find a normal sleep schedule and stick to it. And the longer you stick to it, the better you'll be over time.
See, the problem is I'm going to try to get nights at work so that I can watch the baby during the day. Which means if I come in at 4 a.m., Alex starts working at 9:30. So the baby and I are going to have to go elsewhere. And if he wakes up, I wake up. And I
sounds like she needs to move her office down here.
Maybe.
I think that's
I could sleep
happen.
down here, too.
On the couch?
You
could.
I can sleep anywhere. I was sleeping on the couch earlier. I laid down on a bench at work, like a bench, just wooden, and I slept for 14 minutes one day. I woke up and I could barely move because I was like, oh my God. I was so stiff. I was like, oh. I thought I was paralyzed for a second. I was like, I can't move my back.
Sometimes I will just sleep. I will just sleep on the floor because it feels good. Just switch up what you sleep on.
Yeah, don't sleep on a bench. It does not feel good. You feel like you just died.
I've slept on.
You came back.
Sometimes, though, even in my bed, sometimes I'll sleep so hard, I'll wake up feeling like someone just beat the shit out of me.
Yeah, you slept so fucking hard last night.
Yeah.
Dude, I just fucking slept so fucking hard, dude.
I wake up with a black eye. What the fuck?
You're the one guy from, what's that movie where the dude who voices Kronk, is gay in the night, and he's in like a fucking he like fights gay men, and they have like a weird sexual thing. I can't remember what it is.
Dude from Crunk,
the guy who plays Kronk in Emperor's New Groove. There's like this movie where he like wakes up. Is it 40-Year-Old Virgin? It's one of those.
He's not in that movie.
It's one of those movies that are like that. Maybe it's the one where the guy works at the car station or the car.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You know what I'm talking about? Oh, it's Ted, isn't it?
Ted. Yeah, it's Ted.
Yeah, it is Ted. Yeah, he's like gay in the night, and he fucking like goes and gets beaten up by his boyfriend, and then he comes out near the end of the movie. It's like that for Cameron. He's at night. He's just like in this fucking weird fetish club where you just beat the shit out of each other, and then you fuck.
The first rule about
gay fetish club is you don't talk about it. No, yeah. So I mean, I'm literally killing myself for this podcast.
Sounds like you just make poor decisions of planning ahead.
How long did you fucking play it for yesterday? Because I assume you were playing it for a really long time.
It was like 7 hours.
7 hours?
I mean, the real hard thing is that I had one day where I came in at 7:30, 2 days, and then the next day I came in at 2 o'clock. So I lost 4 hours, and I was dead the next night. So I lost like 10 hours of potential gaming because they switched my schedule like fucking pricks. So that's really the problem, is that they shouldn't do that. That's not okay. That's a 5.5 hour difference. That's me coming in 10 hours after I left. That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Because I don't go to bed right away. And then the problem with that is I'm tired the next day, real tired. And then when I get home, I sleep. And I sleep until fucking 12:30. And then I wake up, wash my stank balls, and then I go back to work for 10 hours. That's not good, man. There's no Dragoon time there. That 6 hours was there. It was just ripped away from me. And that is exactly why we need you guys to go to patreon.com/NudeClan and support our unhealthy sleep habits. Because then at least I will have died for a podcast that makes more than $160 a month on Patreon. If I'm going to die, it's going to be at least 70 a piece. Split 3 ways. I'll die for that, but not 50. But anyway, yeah, please do that. Support the show if it's your first time. You can support us on PayPal. Best way to support us, though, is just share us with a friend. We love being passed around. Listen, pass is the rule, and
pass
share
the
love. Yeah. So that's why we're not doing Dragoon, though. I'm real sorry. I should have. I knew at about 4 a.m. that it probably wasn't going to happen. But my judgment.
Yeah, dude. When you told me you were on Divine Dragon, I was like, ooh,
rocked.
You're not going to get it.
I rocked Divine Dragon. I do this thing though where I'm trying to unlock.
You didn't go Dragoon mode, did you?
Oh, I did for a second. It doesn't make any sense. Dragoons are the weakness of dragons.
Yeah,
but they fuck you.
But the dragon block staff that you have during that fight blocks your powers.
We had it. Why would it block our powers?
Because it's supposed to block his too.
It doesn't.
It blocks dragon powers.
No, it doesn't block his for shit.
It's supposed to make him weaker.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is how you fight him.
Yeah,
and it's a story thing.
It's fucking retarded.
Yeah, we'll get into it. When
It's so stupid. It's like it doesn't really make him weaker if it makes me weaker too. Okay, that makes it the same. And he fucking nukes me afterwards. So yeah, that was dumb. But yeah, I'm trying to get all the additions. So some of the old ones I didn't max out, and I'm realizing that I totally should have done that because that's how you unlock the new ones. Yeah. And so I didn't have the right ones equipped to fight him the first time, so I just reset. But when I came back in, I fucking blew that guy out of the water. Once you get the timing down in that game, you just fucking rape. You just rape.
Some of them
pillage.
are really hard for me to do. Like freaking, I think it's Rose's two-hitter one.
Yeah,
I can't fucking do that one.
Is that the only one you have on Rose? Oh, you didn't use Rose.
No, I have a few more on Rose, but that one is just a huge pain in the ass.
I think the one I have for her now is 6, and then Albert's is 7.
Albert's the Gust of Wind dance is just disgusting.
I have one that's better. but it's also harder to do. So I don't know, but it's fun. I just couldn't do it, so that's why we're doing Silent Hill. But shit. So what have you guys been playing this week? What's been going on, Craig?
Just a little bit of Legend of Dragoon, because I was right there at the end.
Did you say you were grinding out SP?
Yeah.
Shouldn't that have taken like 10 seconds? You know, you can. There are certain editions that give you higher SP.
I know. I had to use those. But do you have any idea how much it takes to level up your Dragoon?
Oh, you were trying to level up your Dragoon.
Fuckload.
Oh.
Yeah, because SP doesn't do anything other than level up your Dragoon.
Oh, I thought it built the gauge up that's what I thought because it does that. It builds your
you're in
SP.
battle, but like it has a passive thing of leveling up your Dragoon.
Oh, that's what you were talking about. Okay, yeah. I thought you were talking about.
I wouldn't just grind out. Getting
I'm like, you're grinding out your
mana.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
That's a stupid idea.
Like Craig, just go beat the game. You don't know what you're talking. You don't know what you're talking about right now.
God, dude, the fucking hidden SP stat really pisses me off, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week.
So there's Legend of Dragoon. I started playing around with my Xbox because, I have the entire Xbox library now, thanks to Xbox Game Pass.
Oh, you got that?
I've had it for a while, but I got the ultimate upgrade.
Wasn't it like $1 or some shit?
Yeah, it's like $1, so now I don't have to pay for Game Pass for like a year.
Oh, dude.
Wow.
It's beautiful, dude.
That's an incredible deal. I give
really
kudos
is.
to-
If you have Game Pass and you have gold right now, fucking get that $1 upgrade to combine them, because then you won't have to pay for either of them for a fucking year.
And you get every worthwhile game on Xbox.
You really do, yeah. And then I played. So with that, I played Rise: Son of Rome, which is like the one exclusive that came out for Xbox One when it came out.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
And then I played one of the free games that they gave out on Xbox called Rivals of Aether, and that's... Oh, and Battlefield 5 last night, and that's it.
Oh, nice. How do you like Battlefield 5?
It's all right.
You're not as into it
There's
as
some
1?
mechanics that I liked better in 1, but of course it's also just not better than 4.
Yeah, well, nothing is better than 4.
Being able to mark enemies with that by pressing R1 when you're like aiming down shit, like... Why did they take that away?
I don't know. That's been a staple for a long time.
I fucking love that ability, and they're just like... Nope.
It kind of doesn't make sense, but it makes less sense in World War I than it does in World War II, because we have less tech.
Yeah, you have more technology in World War II.
Yeah. I don't think any Battlefield game is going to be as good as 4.
Plus, I don't like that medics don't have carbines anymore. There's like 2 of them that they have. And then it's all SMGs, and I'm like, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
It's just the way they've changed it. There's
the
2
assault,
carbines.
the fact that the assault class has the carbines doesn't make any sense.
The assault class has the rifles, the semi-auto rifles. The medic class is the one with the carbines, but they just have 2 right now.
Well, who had the SMGs in Battlefield 1?
Assault, I'm pretty sure.
Because I'm pretty
they
sure
shouldn't have had them at all, but
yeah.
It makes more sense than medics.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, like, they didn't exist.
I mean, the point
Mostly,
of giving the medics the close range weapons was that they could be up there with the assault team and then providing medical assistance at the same time.
Yeah, I loved the medic
but
in 1, though.
But a short to mid range rifle, it's just way better for medics.
What was it, the dragon?
And I can't handle the fucking machine guns in those games at all.
They have 2 of them right now, so
I need to test them out.
They do take talent to use, though. They're not going to be like out of the box.
Well, I'm decent with the carbines. I just suck.
You have to figure out how
with
far
the submachine
to
guns
because the muzzle velocity on both of them aren't quite. They're not.
They're not that great.
They're not that great. So you do have to lead like a good foot ahead of the person you're shooting at.
God damn it, dude!
Whatever the dragon sounding one in Battlefield 1 for the medic when you had the carbine. I can't remember what it's called. It's like I don't know. It reminds me of.
It was the assault rifle, like the one that looked like the AK, right?
Yeah,
that
one's amazing.
Yeah,
I wish that was in this game.
That was the only one I used.
Man, I just wish 4. I loved 4 so much because it was so perfect. It had like excellent maps, like great guns.
The
it
fucking
retardedly
20x zoom sniper
fucking
rifle
nutso
thing.
nutso zoom. It also Recon had the explosives, and that's what I play. I play Recon. I like to blow shit up, and I like to snipe people. And I like to jump on a 4-wheeler that I strap full of C4, fucking launch that fucker at the enemy and
those
blow it.
destructible environments.
Like I said,
like
they
that one
missed
high-rise
a
building
real
blowing up.
opportunity without letting us stick dynamite on horses.
I know.
God, dude,
Horses
could you
into a
imagine? Just shove a dynamite stick up the horse's ass and just like runs right
Up
into
its
some
ass,
enemies.
It has riding satchels, Craig. Just put it in the satchel.
Why would you do that when you could shove it up its ass?
That's a good question, I guess.
It has a slot for it. Why not use it?
Isn't that what that inventory space is for? It's like combining items.
I imagine it is. At the very least, it'll make the horse go faster.
I remember getting banned for doing that in Battlefield 4. Because there was a tank, and he killed me, and I was like, fuck you, dude, you're going down. I just throw all 3 of my C4s onto this fucking 4-wheeler, and I ride it, and it goes over this hill, dude. It was so beautiful. I jumped off, it flies over the hill, and it, like, right as it's right above the fucking thing, just explodes. I killed a helicopter like that one time, too. It fucking flew up the hill, and the helicopter was right there, and I just fucking blew him up. I was like, oh my god, that's even cooler than sniping the pilot.
Dude, some of the
So
things that
fucking
you could do in
ridiculous.
Battlefield is fucking awesome.
I know, yeah, I know. And I'm always like, oh, it's so much more realistic than COD. And then you watch the video
And
of
then
a
you're
guy,
like, oh no, it's not.
guy jumps out of a fucking plane or a jet, shoots a rocket into a helicopter, and then gets back in the jet. I'm like, nah, maybe not. But
I mean, Call of Duty is more arcadey, but Battlefield is more sandbox playground.
yeah, yeah, fuck, man. 5, I'm not as into 5 quite yet, but I'll give it time.
Once I get a better gun, I think I'll be okay. But fucking submachine guns, I always suck at with Battlefield.
I just try to get. I keep trying.
The MP40, I'm ranked all the way up with that.
I kept trying to get the trophy for 20.
I'm just trying to
10
get
sidearm kills, and I couldn't.
Doing my last level's medic so I can unlock the Thompson with it. It's supposed to be pretty good. So
Nice. What about you, Cameron? What have you been playing?
a little bit of that. A little bit of what else did we play?
Did we play Rocket League? I don't
No.
think we did this week.
No, we haven't yet.
Can't remember. Was there any other game that we all played together on the PS4 this week?
Weren't you playing Conan?
Yeah, you
just
were.
briefly,
Yeah.
just because I finally got the server back up.
Finally, Craig. Jesus.
Other than that, I can't quite. I feel like I played something else on the PS4, but I can't remember it. But I did play quite a bit of Diablo 3 on the Switch.
Oh, you know what's bullshit?
What?
I spent $60 on Metro Exodus, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's free on Xbox Game Pass.
Hey, you're gonna be saying that a lot.
I know. There's a lot
almost
that
everything is
I
on
like
there.
went through that library and I was like, I bought that, I bought that, I bought that, I bought that. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, you did buy it for the better console.
I mean, I did. I get trophies, but
I guess it's not technically better, but it's
I mean,
still
it
better.
is.
Yeah. It doesn't have Xbox Game Pass though.
it does not, which it should.
PlayStation Now
If
is
they gave that
overpriced.
PlayStation Now with like the PlayStation Plus subscription, like they do with the Xbox Game Pass, I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, this is amazing."
Yeah, because it's like $100 a year for now or something like that.
No, I think it's another $60 for the year.
Oh, is it?
I think
And you
so.
have to
I
have
think
Plus
so.
as well.
Yeah, you have to have Plus, I think.
Yeah, that's kind of a lot. I don't know though. If you play enough games, it kind of makes it worth it.
Yeah, but they should combine it because Xbox Game Pass is fucking beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
So how much is it now because it comes with the live service?
You can get it for like the monthly thing for $15 for both Game Pass and Live, which is really cheap.
And then if you
'cause-
download a game and then next month don't have the Game Pass, do you still get to play the game?
no, it's not like you buy it. It's like basically a rental thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Plus is the same way. We just
But you
always
can have
Plus.
like as many as you want downloaded. Like I have like 5 of them downloaded right now.
Wow, that must have taken you a whole week down there.
No, it's somewhat faster on the Xbox for some fuck off reason.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. That's it for you though, Cameron?
Yeah.
All right, so I played a ton of Legend of Dragoon. I played like 20 hours of this thing this week. I think it's
believe
more.
it.
Yeah, I think it's more than 20. I think I was only like 6 hours in when the
You
week
had to
started.
have been more than that.
6 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. It might have been like 10. No, I had to have been, yeah, because I haven't had that much
Because
time
last
to play.
week you were like at the end of disc 1.
Yeah. I did disc 2 in a day. I did disc 2 in one sitting.
That is a large chunk of time.
Yeah, that's a lot. I was there the whole time.
Each of those sections take like an hour plus each.
Yeah. It's frustrating because like it's really easy.
It is, yeah. Especially if you're good at the additions, then like you don't have to spend any time grinding.
Yeah, but it's
'Cause
also
that's what's supposed to make up for it.
it's just really long, man. It's a really long game.
It is.
It just takes
There's
a long
lot
time.
of sections in that game where I'm like, this doesn't need to be it.
Have you been finding a lot of the Stardust, or do you just not give a fuck?
I think I have like 28 pieces of Stardust.
Oh, I have 37. The guide told me where a couple were, but most of them I'm just like, I wonder if there's anything over here.
Most of the ones I found, I just like found on my own.
Yeah.
I haven't really been looking at a guide for that.
You can kind of tell. It's like, okay, it feels like something's in here. I have a good joke lined up for the Stardust, but I won't blow it yet.
All right.
I played that, and then I did touch.
That sounded like the joke right there.
Yeah, I won't blow it yet. That kind of is the joke, yeah. All right, the joke is that it's all cocaine baggies. I'm finding people's coke stashes in the game and
They're
stealing them.
Stardust.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stardust.
Yeah.
Like those fucking adventurers, man. They're always coming in here taking the Stardust.
Did you go buy Kongal's Dragoon power?
No, I don't use him.
Oh.
I use Rose instead. I used Kongal last time I played. So it's Bert, Rose, and Dart. Such a dumb name. He's actually the worst one too. Like he's so shitty at damage.
There's
for some
an
reason.
item you can get for him that like boosts his damage by like a shitload.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called.
But yeah, I played a bunch of that. I played a bit of Battlefield 5. That was kind of going into... Oh, you know what? I don't think I did play that this week. Because I think I played it right before we did last week's episode, and I stayed up really, 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 really late for that as well.
Wait, which one?
For last week when we did our app. I played a bunch of Battlefield 5, so I don't think I have played it this week. I think that might be everything that I played, actually, is just Dragoon. Stuck to it.
Oh, yeah. You didn't play Battlefield with us last night, so...
No, yeah, I secluded myself because I wanted to beat this thing, and I ruined my day off by being at like 30% battery life, and then dipping into naps here and there. But that is it for what we've been playing.
Oh, I forgot. So I went over to my friend's place this week, and he got Drive Club VR.
Oh, yeah.
that?
I love it, dude. I knew I'd love racing sims, and so right now I'm actually looking at getting a racing chair wheel combo.
Did he have the steering wheel and everything?
No, he doesn't.
Oh,
Have it.
okay.
Just his VR headset. I just wish the resolution of those headsets were a bit better.
What are they, like 720?
No, not even.
No,
it's all
they're
foggy.
they're like 580 or whatever, 540.
540?
Yeah, it's not even that good. But
I thought it
anyways,
was slightly higher than
sitting down in the car and looking around and stuff like, it's so good. So now I'm looking at racing chair, racing wheel combos.
I kind of want to get a steering wheel just so I can like test it out on Rocket League.
Oh God, that'd be
Craig's is just going to be like,
Could you imagine trying to play fucking Rocket League with just a fucking steering wheel and you're like...
You'd have to get a steering wheel and then also a little flight plane stick for like when you go aerial.
Yeah,
you
just
just
like-
pick up the little nozzle thing and just fucking put it back down when you land.
Got like the shift stick is like the boost.
Yeah. Oh man, that would be pretty sweet. I think that would be really hard. Though,
Neutral
Rocket League.
means nitro.
Yeah. There is no neutral in Rocket League.
Oh my God, the prices on these.
Oh, dude, they get disgusting.
Yeah.
The cheapest I've ever seen the steering wheel pedal thing combo is like $100.
No, that's a lot cheaper than what I was looking at.
Well, I mean, you're looking at a chair too, so
Yeah.
You're gonna get the Emperor chair. Is that
No.
what you're gonna...
could you? I want one of
What was that,
those.
like a $14,000 chair or
something like
like
that? It's fucking bullshit.
God, that's like every $1 of available credit that I have. It's like, do you accept the Home Depot card? Put another 8 on there.
Playseat chairs, Logitech wheels, or Thrustmaster wheels.
Thrustmaster.
Yeah,
Thrustmaster.
that was my old nickname.
That should be that's the Slambert's name.
Yes, Thrustmaster.
Slambert Thrustmaster.
Lavitz.
Or no.
Lavitz the Thrustmaster Slambert.
Anyways, yeah.
All right, so the real question is, did anybody beat a game this week?
Yeah, I beat Legend of Dragoon, Rivals of Aether, and Rise of Son of Rome.
Craig, why are you doing this?
Dude, they were all short. Well, actually,
No, they weren't.
Legend of Dragoon wasn't short, but I've been at the last fight for 3 weeks.
And then Aether? What is that? A-E-T-H-I-R?
Yeah, ER.
I-E-R?
No, there's
E-R?
no I.
Just E-R?
Yeah, just
Jesus
ER.
Christ.
Yeah.
Isn't that just ether? Just a little bit fucked
basically, just with an A in front of it.
I beat nothing.
Game, nothing.
Nothing!
All right, so the Nude Clan hog for the hosts is as follows. Caleb Craig, first place with 26 games beaten. I am in second with 18. Cameron in last, somehow only being required to play 7 games this year. And that's where he's at.
One of them was kind of extra, too.
The Surge was totally extra.
Well, no, so was Resi.
Yeah.
Because that was thrown in there.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't planned, but yeah.
Yeah, it's extra depending on who you ask. And it was kind of nice that Cameron had it at his house, because then he could mail it off.
Yep.
He's got the shit. Cameron's got the stand.
I got the shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's where we are, guys. Make sure you get your hog in. We're still doing the Hog League. I guess this will make it easier for next week. We'll just do Hog League when I get back on Tuesday, so we'll have a couple extra days for next week's playoffs. I'm excited to see
Which
where
means
things.
You'll have a couple less days
the week after.
The week after, yeah.
So that'll be interesting because we're going to have a lot of eliminations coming up on the teams. So it'll be a semifinal round that's 4 days long.
Yeah,
so get your shit in.
Yeah, this is when you gotta fucking slam all your stuff.
Yeah, I've been listening to... Dude, I listened to, everything by the System of a Down guys that wasn't System of a Down in the last couple days. And I finished up the Tool, Pussifer, and Perfect Circle stuff. I think I have one more Tool and one more Perfect Circle, but I don't have a Pussifer one to rank it against, so it's separate. So yeah, this is what it's about, man. You got to look at it as in a way that it's okay, an audiobook, 15 hours, but that's only 18 points. An album, that's
It's
3.
17.
That's 3 points, and that's maybe an hour. So get your albums in.
But if you can listen to audiobooks at work,
dude, if you can listen to albums at work, you can crush. If you did 10 hours of albums, that's 30 points.
Wait, how much are the albums?
I think an album is 3. I'm pretty sure it's 3.
Yeah.
2 or 3. I'm pretty sure 3.
God, I don't want to do fucking 10 hours a day of just albums, though.
Yeah, you don't go through phases, Craig, where you get tired of listening to audiobooks and stuff, and it's okay.
I do. I
music.
go through phases of what
I
music
immediately
listen to,
have
back to
another
audiobooks.
book to listen to.
And I'm now back into the audiobook phase right now.
And see, I just barely transitioned out of. I'm
transitioning out of intense synthwave into audiobook, and I'm probably
intense synthwave.
I'm probably going to go back into metal, and then probably something weird for a little bit, and then yeah.
I'm transitioning from A to M, from audiobook to music.
Got to go back to them audiobooks.
I know there's a lot to do. I've been listening to the fucking fuck. What are they? Stephen King's Dark Tower.
Yeah, I have 54 audiobooks now.
How many of them have you already listened to?
That's what I mean. I have 54.
Oh, you've done that this year?
I have. Okay, hold on. I'll check how many I have.
You're going to catch up to Cameron on Audible hours.
I think I'm ahead.
What are you at?
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 What are you at, you bitch? I need to know.
It sucks because if you listen at a quicker speed, you go through them faster, so your timer doesn't go.
I know.
up
I
as quick.
had to slow mine down a little bit.
So
What
you
are you
catch
at?
up.
What are you at?
I'm at
Yes.
2 months
You
a
bitch.
day, 22 hours, 57 minutes.
So wait, so 2 months in a day?
Yeah. Well, almost 2 days because it's 22:57.
2 months, 1 day, 19 hours.
Oh,
Yes!
3 hours ahead.
Hey!
Well, there's no
And then-
way
and
because
then-
you
and
listen
then
to
Monday-
it 10 hours a day.
And then Monday
can't
will be
keep up
another
with
10
that.
hours. I'll get 40 more hours this week, Cam.
I can't listen to books at work. All I can do is just keep a book on there that I've listened to already and just set it to play every night before I go to bed and just get the whole time I'm asleep. It's playing a book just to rack up my listening time.
Yeah.
I have 104 books. So
Dude.
I have like 50 more I have to plow through.
I have 13 days, 13 hours, and 34 minutes with 20 books. I'm gonna do the Wheel of Time, and guys, we're probably gonna end up doing a Wheel of Time show when the Wheel of Time show comes. I don't know who of us will do it.
When the wheel of time comes.
When the wheel in the Amazon keeps airing, what can I do? A fucking podcast. I don't know. Does Amazon? I imagine they come out with it yearly, right? Just like Netflix and shit. Like so it's going to be like an HBO thing where it's like 10 episodes or 12 episodes or whatever, and then we get it once a year.
Yeah, that's probably what it's going to be.
Huh? You guys want to do that for Wheel of Time? I mean, you guys would be the experts.
It'll be a while till it comes out, though.
Yeah, they're filming now, though. They're filming.
I don't think
no.
they're filming now.
They're filming The Dark Tower now.
They're casting right now.
Or casting it. Fuck, what if they come out at the same time? We gotta do like 5
I think
fantasy.
they just barely got their Moraine like a few days ago.
Yeah, I think that's what they published.
Isn't it going to be Moraine heavy? Isn't that what I was reading?
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about it's going to be more centered around the women.
I don't know why it would be, unless they're starting with like New Spring.
Fucked up, Craig. It's like they're just
The-
objects of pain.
The
in
3
this
main
universe.
characters are the males.
Yeah, the females are just in
And they're
the way,
the most
right?
important people in that entire world.
The women are just evil in that universe, as far as I can tell.
They kind of are.
They are vindictive and like real schemy and shit.
Oh, they are, yeah.
So I
You
only
get-
read half of the
you-
first book, and I was like, damn.
you haven't even gotten to the part where they're schemy and vindictive.
I just remember the village of women, and he's like, they're all fuckers there. They're all them and their plots and their plans and their goddamn crystal balls.
The women's circle.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna read those soon, though. That's gonna be my next big series after I finish the Dark Tower.
You gotta get all those Audible credits.
I know.
It's
I'm
14 of them.
I'm probably just gonna buy like 3 groups of the 3 credits you can buy for like $31 or whatever.
It's like 35 basically with taxes. and
Yeah.
everything.
I just need to take the plunge. And Square Enix just took the plunge into my fucking asshole for another collector's.
With that Shadowbringer collectors.
Yeah, it was
How much was it?
$214 after tax.
Oh my god! For a MMO expansion?
Yeah, I mean the expansion itself is $40.
Fuck,
I'm
dude.
getting a bargain out of this.
What was even in the expansion?
Another statue.
Is it actually a statue or is it another shitty bust?
There's not a fucking bronze statue out in your yard when I come back next time.
It's here I'll show you. It's another one of these guys. It doesn't come with another Sarah Garter, which is unfortunate that this guy's holding. Oh no!
Oh, the judges.
There goes another $150. Just fucking
And
down
another
the drain.
150, and another 150 for you. What if these did break? That would suck, man.
What are they made of? Dropping that Gabranth? And
They're like pliable, except for the heads and the corners. Those would snap off.
Okay.
It's one of these
Yeah,
guys.
it's stupid to spend that much money on just fucking nothing.
What is it?
not
The
stupid,
villain, or
man.
is it the Shadowbringer, or the
That
Warrior of
garter does
Darkness?
not want to come off.
No, it's
You got it like wrapped around all of his fucking spikes.
yeah, it's one of these guys. Here you go, Cameron.
God, dude, why are you like wrapping all that shit around it?
No, he just.
I was
when
hanging
there's
it
junk,
from
when there's
it.
junk in the way, he just throws the junk away, and then wherever it lands is where it'll be, and it just ends up.
But it was
tangling
it was so entangled. Like how?
I don't know how. Yeah, it's another one of those though. Just the Kai statues instead of the.
I mean,
It's not that bad.
It's a decent looking statue, but
I can't. I mean, a fucking wearable Doom helmet.
$160.
Fuck yeah.
$160. I
I
don't know.
But this, it's just like. As a bachelor, I'd be embarrassed to put this up anywhere.
Well, yeah, but I'm married. I
All
don't.
right,
Yeah.
how much is that individually? I'm gonna see on Amazon.
So you're gonna look at
What- what's-
Shadowbringer's actual costs, and then
Well, no, I'm just gonna see how much that statue is. What's that guy's name?
I don't remember what his fucking name is. Lord something.
Okay.
It's been a while
Made
since
in
I
China.
played that.
He's got I guess detachable sword blades.
See, I think that one's way cooler than this one. Like the cloud one, that's like a toy. Like these ones are lame, but that's like an actual just like statue figure.
So I can have a toy. Then since I can't play with it, it's not a toy. It's a
Yeah,
statue.
it is. Yeah, that's the difference. If you can't really play with it, it's not a fucking toy.
And I got a couple statues in my place. I got one of those Arisa Funko Pops. I got a
so you got a
Rathalos
Funko Pop. You can't be talking.
But they're big though. They're not small. They're the large ones. And then I also have a Fallout 3 Power Armor statue.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the series enough.
I have a signed Kratos, signed by Christopher Judge.
I could have had one of those.
Yeah, you could have.
Okay, it's $115 for that statue.
Sounds like someone should hit up eBay.
Yeah, just sell it.
Garter comes.
The
with
garter
statue.
comes with
Garter included, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a lot better than like that one that it was also $200, the Warrior of Light, and then it came with a trash game. Because at least that one came with a pretty awesome expansion to 14. The fucking Dissidia game is just trash. So I just, that one hurts, and I knew it was trash because I played it.
You got the bust of Warrior of Light for that one, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't they just make him a statue like the 14 one?
I don't know. The busts are okay. I mean, I like the Judge ones, but there's also four of them.
So my one purchase that I made that was probably, not so smart was I did pay $150 for alternate art D&D books and screen and stuff like that.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, but they look good. They look really nice.
And you also bought Fallout 76, so fuck you. The only thing I've bought pre-order that's worse is probably Dissidia.
I was hopeful.
Because they didn't fix Dissidia.
But I'm not a blind Bethesda fanboy to where I can tell you it's a fucking shit game.
True. You also... Did you pre-order the Doom 20...
No.
The next one?
No.
I kind of wish I
I want to, but the only reason I would have, if there were actually pre-order sets left with the helmet, I would have done it.
I think GameStop might have some.
Then I might have to go hit up GameStop because I fucking want that helmet.
Online doesn't. Do you think it'll fit our heads, though? Like, I don't know how big
It's probably like a decent sized one. They probably do a one size fits all type thing.
Yeah, but not everyone has the same size head.
Yeah, if you can't play it with the head on, I just want to like.
You gonna try and play it with the fucking helmet?
Yeah, dude,
on?
I'm gonna like do everything with the
I
helmet
can't
on.
see shit.
I'm gonna be like slamming Alex and just like E1M1, just. It's like slapping that ass. It's gonna be sweet. I don't know how long I'll probably come instantly when I put the helmet on.
If you look down, she has the Cyber Demon face on.
Yeah. Yes, perfect.
Damn it, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna do everything with that helmet. I'll tell you what, man. I'll take it to work and shit.
Just have the helmet on. You never have to see the shame in your reflection ever again.
Exactly. Yeah, the shame at spending so much money on such trivial things. Ah, shit. Anyway, let's talk about this fucking Silent Hill movie.
All right.
Oh, wait.
What?
Craig has a story to tell.
Oh, what is it? What
a
is the
rage
story?
Oh, the fucking.
He's been sitting on this for so long.
Hold on, I gotta build up rage for this.
Okay, remember, they inconvenienced you. You're on your way home.
I was leaving to go get food.
Oh, so this is even worse.
It's even more of a pain in the ass.
They inconvenienced your way to obtain Wendy's food.
I know. God, it's so annoying.
All right, is the rage coming back?
All right. Okay. So I fucking hate my neighbors, all right? I fucking hate every single one of them. They're just all trash. They don't know how to park their cars. They don't know how to do anything remotely to my satisfaction. And one time, I was leaving. I was gonna go to get food. All right. It's like, you know what? I'm pretty hungry. I'll just run to Wendy's real quick, because the guys are on. And I go out. I go to leave. You've seen my my apartment complex, like the exit.
Yeah,
that's right there.
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so I start heading towards there, but then I see this guy in the middle of the road, and he's got this giant white tube just laying in the middle of the fucking road. And I'm just looking at him, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, he sees me coming. He's like watching me. Heading directly towards him, like, what the fuck am I gonna, like, is he gonna move it? Like, what's gonna happen? And then, like, as soon as I get closer, I realize that the tube is actually a gigantic roll of fucking carpet, all right? It's fucking carpet, and he's standing on it. It's like half unrolled, and he's standing on it, and he's just looking at me like, what you gonna do, buddy? And I'm like, I'm gonna fucking run you over, you fuck. And he's like blocking off the entire fucking road. This thing is fucking massive. And the only way I can, like, get out is by turning around and fucking just going all the way around my fucking apartment complex to the other exit. And then I fucking go, and I drive past him again, and he fucking turns and looks at me, and he's like, hi. And I'm like, you bitch. And I see, like, a bunch of other cars that are, like, right behind him, just waiting, because he's blocking off the fucking road. And then I get back there, and then it's just, he's suddenly gone, but then there's, like, a bunch of other people that are, like, moving shit, right? And there's like a guy that's carrying this fucking, like, giant desk or something, like, right in my way through my parking spot, and I'm just, like, sitting there waiting, like, ooh, fuck all of you. and then I got on, and I was like, all right, I got to tell you guys this story because I hate everyone.
Man. The funniest part was we had just been talking about Craig Rage, like, before we were waiting for him to get on, and then we're just like, the fucking heights his voice gets to, and he's so angry, and it gets on, and he immediately does it, and we're just crying because the story was kind of funny, but we had just been talking about it.
Well, who was it? You and A4?
Me and A4, and I think Jake.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh man, God, Craig, don't change.
God, I fucking hate everyone.
Yeah, you were shaking there for a second.
Yeah.
I was a little worried.
I fucking hate people, all right? They should, like, what?
So someone was moving. Is that's
I don't know. I don't know what it was. Like, no. So the guy that had the carpet was in a different section than the guy who was moving a desk. It was just two in separate sections of people, like, moving shit around. And who fucking unrolls a carpet in the middle of the fucking road and lets people just sit there and wait for him like a fucking cunt? Who does that?
I guess just that guy. It's probably exclusive.
Fucking assholes who live around me. That's who. Fucking asshole bitches that don't know how to park their fucking cars.
Should have just drove over his carpet.
Yeah, and him.
I wanted to. I was like, what the fuck?
You should just start
ridiculous.
yelling at people, Craig. That's what you should
I really
start doing.
should. There's a fucking guy who parks in my parking lot alongside my building. And every time he parks there, I can't fucking park there because he has a work vehicle, it's a truck that extends out in the fucking the back. So it takes up 2 spots. And every time I get home at 2 a.m. and I have to park clear on the 3rd apartment building down near the RV park, I'm like, I'm going to fucking write a sticky note and I'm going to shove it all over your fucking car, you piece of shit. Park your fucking commercial vehicle somewhere outside our fucking parking lot. God!
Jesus.
I fucking hate this guy. I've dealt with him for 2 fucking years, man. I hate him so much. And he lives right across from me. And they're never home. So it's why the fuck do you have this vehicle here? Why is it here? Park it somewhere else, you fuck. God. This is an RV park, man. Nobody parks over there. And yet I have to because that asshole has to take up 2 different spots.
Oh, man. That reminds me of the guy at Starcrest that would park in the middle of 2 spots. And I was getting this was building over months. I was like, God, this fucking guy. Because I'll pull up and I'm like, oh, cool, a spot. I'm like, oh, no, it's half a spot because he's taking up 2. Because he parks right in the center. And then this day I was particularly spicy with rage. And I get out of my car and I'm like, that fucking asshole. And then I slip on the ice and I fell on my ass. And I was fucking livid. I was just like, oh. So I walk up behind his car, put my bag down, and I just fucking deck his trunk, and it just fucking caved, dude. It was just it was I just hit it with a bat. I was like, holy shit! I grabbed my shit, and I just went inside, and I was like, oh my God, man. I just fucking Hulk smashed that guy's ass end. It was fucking bad, man. And he stopped parking in the middle of the thing. The next time I saw him, he was right in between the lines. It was not that old. It was kind of newer.
Oh, God.
It was maybe a 2009.
Those crumple zones are getting aggressive.
You just hit that thing's fucking sweet spot.
Yeah, dude, it was not okay looking after I got done with that thing. And I was holy shit. I fucking ruined this guy's car.
It's a good thing nobody fucking saw you.
Yeah,
I know,
think it's
yeah.
fucking Starcrest, so they don't have anything dude, fucking nothing to record anything.
Dude, you remember the pit of fucking the gravel and rock pit in the back?
Yeah.
You know what that used to be?
What?
There used to be a playground in there.
That makes sense.
We took the playground out. I was like, oh, is it because of the rocks? Did you take the playground out because the fucking ground is covered in rocks? Because I'd probably not put a playground there either. What are we going to soften their falls with, Lenny? Oh, let's get some of them rocks in here.
I don't understand that about playgrounds. It's either rocks or fucking wood chips. It's
wood chips,
why?
they do soften the landing.
Oh, yeah, they soften it, but there's also they're splintered as shit.
Honestly, the rubber is hell, too, because you jump off the swings and you land on the rubber and it's in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
It's
fucking hot as fuck. And then they have the metal slides that make it way worse.
Yeah, and your only respite is the deep fucking rubber when you stick your legs in it and
Dude,
cool
the
it
one
off.
thing though with the rubber though, 4th grade our playground had that. Man, it made it super easy to learn how to do a backflip off the fucking swings, dude.
That's true.
Cush.
That's true. Whew. It's way better than the chips for that. The chips will fucking gore you sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the fucking rocks, though. God, fuck that place and fuck that guy. So I know what you mean, but that's only you could get that mad. I think I would have done that, and I would have just been mildly irritated and been like, God
well,
damn
I
it.
mean, you punched a trunk. I just only get really mad.
I was just thinking of getting you and then maybe Joe to park on either side of him super fucking close so he could get into his car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a really great video of a guy riding on the shoulder and cutting off an emergency vehicle. Mm-hmm. And then this dude and his buddy followed him to the store and they parked inches away from this guy's car and he had to climb in through his trunk.
Yeah.
can't like fucking get to it, drive his car away. That's like the ultimate punishment. Especially if you have like a Honda like mine, and you have to like get the fucking seat latch down.
Yeah.
I don't even think you could do that. I think I would just be stuck until they left.
Yeah.
Which would be never.
I'm trying to remember if my trunk has one of those little escape hatches into the back seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it doesn't, then yeah.
Mine has a buoy, a fucking buoy knife in it as well. So if I ever get kidnapped, I could just fucking open up the little console and slide my way out, just fucking gore the guy.
I mean, I have big old knife inside my car. The one I brought camping that one time. Remember that thing?
Yeah.
It was like half crowbar, half knife.
Yeah. That fucking brutalizer we called it or whatever. Yeah. Fuck, dude. That would totally kill somebody.
It would probably chop through bone pretty easy.
Yeah.
It has the weight to do it.
Dude, I bought this fucking meat tenderizer at the store the other day, and I was like, I could kill someone in like one hit with this. I could like, their skull would just turn to mush, dude. It's fucking nuts. And then the other one I found was even more high quality because it was like metal. It was just one unit, and I was like, oh, dude, I could probably destroy like an entire village of people with this one thing because it's just such stainless steel beauty. Yeah, we didn't use it for that though. I think she hammered some chicken or something. But yeah, weapons of mass destruction in the hands of civilians. It's beautiful. So let's watch this Silent Hill trailer and get into the review.
Honey, sometimes when you go to sleep, you go on a little walk, and sometimes you talk about a place.
I don't remember.
That's why we're going to go there, so you can remember.
None of that was in there. Shit, this trailer actually reminded me of something that I thought was really fucking stupid.
Christopher, Sharon's gone. I need your help. I'm not okay. Please, hurry.
Fire started 30 years ago.
I don't know what's happening. Do you know what's going on here?
This place is completely cut off.
Only the Dark One opens and closes the door to Silent Hill.
Hey!
Where is she? I'm trying to find my wife.
She looks exactly like Sharon. Why? Rose, come on! Rose, hurry! It's coming!
What's happening?
Oh!
To find your daughter, you must face the darkness of hell.
It's okay, baby. Mommy's coming.
God, dude, I remember that every time I started that game up, I would just get that song for like ever. Silent Hill, though, is a 2006 horror film.
2006, huh?
We just watched it. Yeah, man.
And it took them 6 years to make the sequel?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. And it's honestly kind of crazy how close we're getting to now with these video game movies. Because at first it was like way back in the day.
Yeah.
Now we're kind of catching up. So the film initially had a budget. It had a budget.
It definitely had a budget.
There was a budget of $50 million, and it made 97.6. So clearly, worthy of a sequel.
And I have to say, for $50 million, they did pretty good with the CGI and all the effects they had on it.
Yeah. One of the things we usually notice about these video game movies is that the effects are shit.
Yeah.
This time, not so bad, though. Not so bad. Initially came out April 21st, 2006 in the States, starring Radha Mitchell, Sean Bean, Laurie Holden, Deborah Kara Unger, Kim Coates, Tanya Allen, Alice Krieg, Jodelle Fairland. And written by 3 people, directed by Christopher Gans. I wonder what else this guy's done. Silent Hill, H.P. Lovecraft, Crying Freeman, Silent Hill again.
Apparently, I was looking at the Wikipedia for this, and apparently this guy tried for 5 years to get the rights to do Silent Hill from Konami.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then they finally gave it to him, and then he helped write the script.
That's kind of cool. So he wanted to make this movie for a long time.
Yeah, I guess he's a big fan of the games, which kind of comes through in the visuals for this, not so much in the
story or the dialogue.
Yeah,
yeah.
Honestly, the movie feels like a fan project. Like a well-budgeted fan project?
Yeah. This is one we've heard a lot of good things about. Like, a lot of people seem to like it.
I think that the reason that people like it is because the visuals for this movie are actually awesome.
Yeah, and they're really close to the source material, too.
Yeah, like the creatures, the way that the town looks and everything, the fog and the snow, which is just ashes in this movie.
Yeah, it was totally snow in the first game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was snowing. It was like in December, I think, is when it was happening.
Yeah, it was like Christmas time. I'm pretty sure. What's with these horror games at Christmas?
I don't know. Wasn't Parasite Eve?
Yeah, it happened
Christmas?
like on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Alone in the Dark wasn't in Christmas, though.
Yeah, Alone in the Dark is I think it was April Fool's.
July
it's a fucking
shit.
April 1st.
It should have been. Yeah.
Same with Parasite Eve 2. April 1st release dates.
God.
Just kidding!
It's fucking awful. Anyway. So it's the visual looks really nice. The script, however, is kind of poor. So are the actors, really. I mean, Sean Bean did okay, but even he cannot save the movie when every other actor in it is terrible.
Yeah,
especially the
least
child
amount
actor.
of parts too.
Yeah. He honestly, the guy, he sent a video to Konami telling him why he wanted to do it, and he loved the game. So that's why he sold him on it. He had to petition them, though. I think that's kind of crazy. Usually they just all right, we're going to make a movie. Who wants to do it? And then this guy's like, no, I'm doing the movie. You guys fucking let me do the movie. Here's a video telling you why I should do the movie. He's got his Silent Hill collector's editions with his statues that everybody makes fun of. Tells him that he's a fucking asshole for spending so much money on toys and plastic statuettes. This is what I get you, Cameron. I'll direct the Final Fantasy XIV movie.
It sounded like you were talking to yourself for a minute there, though.
And it'll be super. Yeah, I know. It'll be super true. It'll be super true to the source, but super shitty dialogue-wise. So I honestly, I think the movie does look really good. I like the visuals. The transition from hell to real world or real world to hell looked really good. Actually, everything just kind of reminds me of old wallpaper.
Away,
yeah,
and became darker and twisted.
And I think it looks really, really cool.
It does, yeah. The visual effects are amazing, especially with the fucking skin ripping scene.
Yeah,
fucking Pyramid Head just grabs this chick, rips off her clothes, and then grabs her by the boob, and then twists, and then just skins her like a fucking rabbit.
Yeah, that was quite impressive. So basically, what happens. Let's go over the plot of the movie, I guess. So it starts out with Sean Bean and his annoying wife, but mostly it's his annoying wife, running around, screaming.
Literally does not say anything about the child disappearing, nothing like that. It's immediately they're looking for the child.
Well, a bed with a stuffed rabbit and no child was supposed to be enough for you to infer a child was supposed to be there.
Yeah, but still, there's...
Yeah.
There should have been more build-up before this happened.
More child.
There had to be more build-up before this happened, but they just threw it in there. So she comes running out, screaming Sharon, just like the beginning of Heavy Rain, where you scream Jason for like 5 minutes before you actually progress through anything.
Jason!
Yeah, Jason!
She screams it like she has 23 chromosomes instead of 24, though. Like in...
There's a bit of a screech in there.
Yeah. That 24th one's a wiggler. It's not quite a full chromosome, and it's working on it. It's like a D. It's like a real loose guitar string. It's fucking Jason.
Anyway, so she runs really fucking far away from her house.
Yeah, she like knows exactly where to go. Too.
Yeah,
she's
she
like,
knows
oh my God.
exactly where she's going. She runs really fucking far away. It seems.
So this is like
goes
a thing
through the forest. Yeah,
yeah. This is clearly where she goes.
And then there's just fucking deep ass hole where there's like a waterfall, and she's like looking down it for some reason, as if her child's like at the bottom of this fucking hole. She's like, Sharon! And then she notices that the child is up above her on the cliff,
a
like,
little
looking
pond
down.
or a lake that the waterfall is going into.
Yeah, there's like a little
water.
pond at the bottom. But yeah, so she like notices that she's like up above her, so she goes there, and then later you see Sean Bean trying to cross the bridge like a fucking moron, nearly gets hit like twice.
It looks really shitty.
It does look
so
really
bad.
shitty.
I was like, oh man, Sean Bean's gonna die in the first 30 seconds of this thing.
And then they both get to her, and she's like, Silent Hill!
Yeah, you don't name drop the movie that quick. You gotta wait, you know.
Yeah, her eyes are like solid black, like she's possessed by something, and she's like, Silent Hill! Silent Hill! And she's like crying.
Did you guys ever sleepwalk?
No.
I used to do it all the time. I would there were times where I would start walking outside. And there's a time where I woke up and then I had weird flashes of it's almost like being blackout drunk. And I wake up, and then I was standing on the desk next to my window, and then I was standing outside ringing the doorbell, freezing my ass off. And then I also used to I would just I don't know. When I was young, a kid, I would just walk and piss in my fucking toy box for some reason. I would just sleepwalk over to it and urinate in it. And I was 5 or 6. I would just do that, and it was a thing. It was super weird. Huh. But yeah, I used to do that all the time. Now I just don't sleep, so when I'm walking, I'm just awake because I'm always awake. So that's interesting, though. This chick sleepwalks too, but she draws super fucked up drawings and has these nightmares and about this town that's been abandoned for a long time, and no one likes to talk about it. It's apparently cursed.
Yeah.
It's haunted and has this weird...
So because this has been happening apparently a fuckload, the mom decides irrationally against the dad's wishes to take her from Ohio to West Virginia. To Silent Hill to jog her memory for some fuck-off reason.
How is that jogging her memory? The kid's never fucking
First
been
of all,
here,
the child is adopted, and you find out later in the movie that she was adopted 9 years ago as a baby. How the fuck is she supposed to remember anything from Silent Hill?
Exactly.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, and not to mention the timeline is a little skewed in this.
Yeah, because of the whole orphanage thing.
Because the whole orphanage thing, and apparently the thing that happened to Silent Hill happened 30 years prior.
Yeah, that's what they said.
So how the fuck is and she's supposed to be the goodness of the little girl that got burned alive.
Maybe she didn't manifest until years later. So how the fuck is there 20 years gap before the baby was born?
It should be a 9-year gap. Or whenever the goodness was separated from that one lady.
Well, it happened when she was fucking burned alive, and she just showed up. It never specified when it happened.
When it happened, yeah. But when you see that lady, when you finally see her again, she's older. She's still burned, but she's not a child. She's older, much older.
I don't know, because like when the nurse looks at her though, like when she starts doing the darkness shit, that was like when she was still a kid though.
Past. Yeah, that was when she was still a kid.
Yeah.
So how did the little girl get
scene,
separated like 30 years or 20 years later? That doesn't make any sense.
The scene where at the end of it, where she comes, to pay her respects to everyone in the village, right? With the barbed wire, that scene.
Yeah.
That when she comes up,
she's older.
She's old, yeah. Not young like a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know how many years it was when she separated her goodness out, but
yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
But her goodness was a baby.
The timeline seems fucked up, and then also, like they're taking her back so that she can help remember stuff. Which doesn't make any sense because, like, they got her when she was a baby from the orphanage.
Yeah, that wasn't in Silent Hill, right?
That wasn't in Silent Hill because Silent Hill was cut off by the magic powers because the demon that was like that looked like the little girl took her to the orphanage. It showed that in a scene. So like, there's timeline skewing, and then their whole reason for going doesn't make any sense because they adopted her as a baby. How the fuck was she supposed to remember anything?
Yeah. Well, not only that, but when she's driving out there, this cop, like, sees the kid getting super disturbed and freaking out about the drawing that she altered and made all fucked up. And this cop walks up and she's like, "Oh, what's going on, little kid?" She's like, "Don't talk to strangers." Like the shittiest line delivery.
Yeah, and then she, like, revs up the window, and then the cop is like, "Good job, kid."
Yeah, super campy, shitty. And then the cop, like, follows her. Yeah, and then instead of pulling over, she
just... The thing that doesn't make any sense to me about this cop following her is, one, she's supposed to be following her because of erratic behavior, but also the distance that she followed them. Like, how far away was this gas station supposed to be from Silent Hill? Because it looked like it was pretty fucking far away. And the road that they were on there was no one there. It was like back roads as shit.
Oh, yeah, but when she leaves, the gas station is like right there.
Yeah, it was like, that doesn't make any sense. This lady clearly has no jurisdiction in the area that they followed her to.
Craig and your fucking
she could be a
cop rules.
Highway patrolman.
I mean, she wasn't, though. She was a town cop. Because the guy that was like investigating, that was with Sean Bean, was like, "Yeah, I know this cop."
Yeah, that's true. So the cop, like, pulls her over, and she just fucking speeds off and freaks out.
Yeah, like she's about to get, like, pulled over for some reason, because there's no real valid reason that this cop has to pull her over in the first place.
Yeah, so why run?
Yeah, so, and then she's just like, "Hold on, baby," and then she just, like, fucking goes, and then slams through a fucking fence.
What she didn't tell was the size of that rock that she has in the back of the car, that fucking meth rock in the back.
Meth rock.
We gotta go, baby girl. I'm gonna take away our living.
So she panicked and and fled.
Yeah, so they slam through the fence, and then she sees, like, this little girl on the road, and she tries to swerve to avoid her, and then she, like, blacks out.
Yeah, she does, like, a fucking amazing swerve job at first, and then she just slams into fucking rocks or whatever.
It doesn't even look like her car crashed.
No,
just like
she just hit her head against the steering wheel.
Yeah, she just like randomly hit her head against the steering wheel like, super hard when she stopped.
She's so sad she failed at that swerve that she had to slam her own head against the steering wheel.
Which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but whatever. And then, so she wakes up, her daughter's gone, and so she starts going to look for her, and she notices that, like, where they're at is really heavily coated in, like, fog, and it's, like, and raining ash.
Yeah, and it is in Silent Hill. We get that Silent Hill
The sign.
The sign. It's the same one from the game. Like everything looks perfect.
Yeah,
It
they
looks
got
exactly
like
it
everything.
should.
They got that pharmacy and everything.
Yeah,
from the game.
it's really impressive.
Yeah, they even like got the lined up houses with like the fences being like perfectly aligned and everything.
Yeah, it's I think this
They
guy
did
is
really
totally
well
a
visually.
huge fan of the games.
Yeah, they copied everything visually down to the letter.
Yeah, unfortunately, those letters were not used for the script.
Yeah.
So she starts searching the town, and she is like chasing the little girl that she almost hit. And apparently, she finds the little girl, and she just looks a lot like Sharon, but she's not actually Sharon. So Rose is really freaked out by this. And as this is going on, as she's searching and looking around for shit, the town transitions into Silent Hill multiple times, and like it gets super evil and rusty. Basically, everything just looks like it's been oxidized.
What the townspeople call the darkness comes, and like basically hell takes over in this town, and that's where like these creatures reside, and Pyramid Head is there just wandering around.
Yeah. We find out about Alyssa, who...
Although Pyramid Head doesn't really do that much in this movie. He shows up like 3 times.
Yeah.
And he's not even there like the end. The last thing he does is like rip the skin off of that one girl.
Yeah, and toss it at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty hardcore though.
It was, but he just doesn't do anything.
Yeah. So the cop ends up following her in too, which at first I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Like it's just an all open. It's like a fucking girls' night at the club. Like you get in for free.
Yeah.
They just while both walking in.
Yeah. The cop manages to somehow be there after she experiences all this shit, and then the cop is like, "I'm gonna arrest you now for running away." Not even bothering to look for the little girl that's lost in this fucking town.
Yeah, which is apparently her fucking specialty, is finding children that are lost in towns and wells.
Yeah,
and...
she's like, a few years ago, there's a cop that like dropped a kid down a well or a mine shaft, and I don't want to see that happen again.
Yeah, so I'm taking you in. I'm not going to see it.
I'm not even going to attempt to look for the child.
I know she's in a well. I'm not going to see that again.
We're going to hike back to the station because both of our vehicles are destroyed. And then she like looks over, and then there's like the edge is gone. She's like, oh.
Let me write this on my map. Just a big old X with a red marker.
So they go back.
Can't go that way.
And then they find these like armless creatures that are like bleeding fucking acid out their assholes.
Yeah, their chest assholes.
Yeah.
And it like shoots her.
Or it was it used to be human, and it had like the smoker's throat thing where you had to get a little hole cut in the throat so you could eat and breathe and shit.
I should have never started smoking. I should have never smoked that first cigarette.
That was a good impression.
It sprays acid out of its fucking smoke hole.
Yeah, and it sprays it all over it too, so she has to like strip off her helmet and her jacket. Which was great for a little bit. We thought there was going to be more, but no, she stopped.
Yeah, I was like, man, why is this horror movie? Why does this not have tits in it? You know, and we did get the tits.
It's kind of a surprise that this is like a movie that lacks tits.
Well, no, we got him.
What, when he strips off the chick's clothes?
Yeah.
Because like
you don't really
see anything. He kind of turns her away. You just kind of like
you see flesh.
Yeah,
that's about it. Yeah. So the cop freaks out. Yeah, shoots this thing, and she strips down because it sprays her. And this gives Rose, our wonderful heroine here, the chance to run away, and so she totally does.
Yeah,
she escapes the cop, and she runs into members of the town who have a canary that tells them when the evil is coming, and they flee and hide with her. And then it's like there's like just a bunch of crazy shit happening. She escapes the cop and she like runs into the children that were in the game, like with the red weird bodies, and they're like burned alive.
Yeah.
Which I thought they were going to do something with the orphanage and those children.
Yeah.
Which they should have done in the
only
movie.
place that they really go is the fucking school, which doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, they go directly to the school and then, like, I guess the hotel later, but really those are the only two places. And when Sean Bean and the other cop go to investigate Silent Hill to try and find his wife and daughter, they immediately go to the school. For, like, no reason. They, like, walk down the streets, don't, like, open any doors, don't go looking anywhere. They immediately go to the school and start walking through it.
Yeah.
Like, they know that's where they're going to be or something.
I don't know, maybe it's just self-evident, I guess. That's not even where the sirens come from. Like, why would you
Yeah,
go
like,
there?
why not investigate, like, the church or something? It's, I don't know.
Yeah. So... She's running around. She runs into fucking, what is it, Dahlia Gillespie, the mom? Is that what her name is? And she's this crazed individual, and she sees a picture of
she shows
Rose's daughter.
shows her
Yeah.
the picture of her daughter, which looks like her daughter, so she freaks out.
Yeah, she's just like, precious.
Yeah, she's like, it's mine.
God. She just gets like smacked down, and then the lady runs away. Rose runs away, and then she says some cryptic shit. And then we like transition, and like the town's just going to hell. A lot of great scenes with that. We see the fucking cop meets back up with Rose, and that's when we get Pyramid Head.
They're in the school now, and it transitioned into the hellscape, and so they're trying to run away from the bugs that are coming.
Yeah,
and a bunch of like demonic creatures and Pyramid Head.
Yeah, and the bugs
so they
are
kind of like bar themselves off from them, and like Pyramid Head starts slashing at the door.
Yeah, I wonder if that's part of the game at all.
In the second one?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I kind of doubt it, but maybe. The bug thing seems weird. I imagine Pyramid Head is probably just like Nemesis or Mr. X in Resi 2, just fucking...
That would make sense.
Just a presence to fuck you occasionally. Just like, oh, do you got enough? You got a lot of health right now? It's just boom.
Yeah.
Kicks the door open and just fucking donkey punches your ass.
The thing that bugs me is like their doors are like, I don't know how their doors work. Those handles were like pull downs or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they just like bar it with some metal bar, which doesn't really make sense because if those things if they could just push open the door.
Yeah, they should be able to.
If you just pull down the handles to open the door. Plus, Pyramid Head was able to poke through that metal door with his giant ass sword.
Yeah, that was
like butter, and he couldn't just stab through the fucking metal bar to just break through.
Yeah, that was like hard rolled steel, man. That was fucking hardcore metal.
He was just like.
It was like stabbing a fucking can of tuna, just fucking straight through, no problems. That was weird. And then I thought it was funny when she was running from Pyramid Head and the bugs. She kept running into locked doors, and I was like, "Yeah, that's that first Silent Hill."
It's like this door's locked.
This door's locked. Oh man, and the
you
camera.
You need the key for this door.
No set camera makes that game such a pain.
Yeah.
Like Resident Evil, when you come into a hallway, you get the same camera angle you got the first time. Silent Hill, when you open a door, it's third person and it's behind you. And you're like, fuck, dude, which fucking way do I gotta go
Those
to
tank
get the
controls
fuck out of
really
here?
fuck with that game, dude.
Yeah. And the no set camera, yeah.
Dude, if they remade Silent Hill with like Resi 2's everything, it would be like amazing.
I think it might be one of the best horror games ever if they did it like they did Resi 2's remake.
Because if they get rid of those tank controls, because I enjoyed that game quite a bit, but
yeah,
I hated tank controls. So if they get rid of that, it's amazing immediately.
That would be pretty fucking sweet. But Konami is a bunch of idiots, so I don't know if they'd ever do that.
They're shitlords, yeah.
Yeah, they can't. They just ruin things now.
Yeah, they haven't made a fucking Castlevania game in like a decade.
Yeah, that's like one of their biggest IPs.
Well, not a decade. It's been like 5 years, but still.
Yeah, that's half a decade. It's half right there. So Pyramid Head is a fucking gimp. He's trying to stab the cop and then Rose and can't do it.
Oh yeah, and then the fucking bug that like The one that gets through, like he like
face?
flipped over on his back, and he's got this tiny little face, and he's like,
it's like I kind of wish it was like the, oh man, the face of what's that fucking guy? The really really funny looking dude that's in like, he plays like Mr. Pink in Tarantino's first movie. Steve Buscemi.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what if I had Steve Buscemi's face? That'd be so fucking good. Hey, what's up, guys? Just fucking stomp on it. Yeah, the bug was like unnerving.
It was
just
like
had this
really,
little
it's
man
like,
face.
It was fucking random. He was like flipped on his back, and he like looks at him. He's like, "Nyeh."
Either that or like Gilbert Godfrey, and it's just like, hi,
dude, that would be hilarious.
Anybody got any
Gilbert
snacks?
Gottfried makes everything hilarious.
I can't even do his voice like at all. It's just impossible for me. It's like, you guys got anything to eat? Stomp on him.
His voice is extremely unique.
Yeah. Wow. I can't even begin to do it.
Yeah, you can't even do an impression of him because it's impossible.
Yeah. It was that guy. They fucking mocapped him and just put his face on the green screen, his face into the bug.
Yeah.
That was really fucking bizarre. But the bugs are like flesh-eating bugs. They're carnivorous, and they're just eating some of the people from the town.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of... you find out about the mom. You find out about Alessa, who died because of her mom, basically. Her mom kind of feels guilty about her being destroyed and kind of bringing about all this evil.
Yeah, so what happened is they burned her alive for being...
A witch.
For a witch, which doesn't make any sense. I guess it's because like she didn't have a dad.
Yeah, it must be a witch.
Like, so maybe it's because like her mom like had sex out of marriage, had a child, and they're like, yeah, this is the evidence of sin.
She should have
just kind of made like that's kind of what it sounded like in the movie.
Yeah.
And then they alluded that she got raped in a bathroom by a janitor.
Yeah. She did. Yeah.
Which was weird. Kind of out of place.
I think the janitor is Pyramid Head.
Yeah, that's what I was getting from that too.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, we can't see the actor's face because on his bio on the fucking on the internet,
okay, so I was looking up the cast, and like all the pictures on Google for the cast is like everybody's face. You know, it's like a headshot.
Yeah.
And then it goes to the guy who's like playing Pyramid Head, and it's literally just his torso.
Yeah. I would know that torso anywhere.
It's so fucking funny, dude. I was like, whoa, okay. Yeah, that's perfect.
Hey, that is that guy, right? Who did that guy play?
It's real.
Seriously, guys,
fucking show that he was actually a blockhead.
Just look up look up the Silent Hill cast on Google.
Yeah, it's like
fantastic.
His head is actually more square than it is triangular. And that would just throw you off. You'd never recognize him with the square. They like the triangle head, the pyramid head just has like a square fitting.
Yeah.
So he just puts it on.
But anyway, so they take her and they burn her alive because she's like the sin.
What if she was like the female Jesus though? What if she was like Jesusette and she was a virgin birth and like what if they killed Jesus?
I don't know.
Came back as a chick.
Well, they got destroyed for it.
Oh my God, transgender Jesus! I identify as a girl now. Yeah. Well, they burned her alive. Yeah, and that kind of like set things to shit in this universe.
Yeah, so she wasn't dead when that happened.
Yeah, she somehow survived and was like charred. Like
she's it looked like a burnt hot dog.
Yeah, like
afterwards,
like a burnt hot dog that can only be burnt in a fire.
There's a Pyramid Head statue out there.
Oh, nice! It's probably pretty sweet.
Is it in a town that gets really, really foggy?
Oh, like an actual statue? Oh, wow, that's cool. Oh, that'd be so sweet if it was like a foggy ass like seaport town. And you look out there and you're like, oh my God,
an actual statue like a fucking Pyramid Head statue. Oh, there's a Pyramid Head action figure going for $6 on eBay.
Oh, nice. Does it
there
have
is a
like
statue for $58?
Is it? Can you like you push the button on his back and he rips the flesh off of the doll next to him?
It's like that. Like when those commercials would be like he's got like the kung fu action. It's like he's got skin ripping action.
Yeah. The ultimate fucking butcher.
Oh, there's one of those nurse statues too.
Yeah, the nurses are pretty popular.
The scalpel fight.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. So, yeah, we learn about that. She was burned alive, but she didn't quite die. And then there was a weird like schism between her good self and her bad self.
I don't really understand what happened with that. Like, they didn't explain it at all. Somehow her festering hatred for those people who burned her alive became magical powers.
Yeah, and transitioned from, like, she had, like, a good child version of herself and a fucking evil.
Some demon or something visited her and was like, hey, I'm going to help you do this. And then they just, like, they manipulated the world. Everybody died. Because, like, they when they tried to burn her alive, I guess everyone in the town died somehow. That's what they said at the end. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense because, like, they got the chick out of there.
Yeah. Wait, who they got who out of there?
The little girl.
I mean,
the girl who burned alive. They got her out, but like everybody else apparently died.
Oh
yeah,
fire. Yeah, because in the real world they got the girl out, but everyone else died. But now the girl is in the evil world too. I don't understand this universe at all. I don't know.
Nothing
what the fuck.
Makes sense. Like
honestly,
they don't explain anything nearly enough.
What it would be cool is if you had your normal self and then your bad self, right? And when you got down to Silent Hill,
with your bad self.
You got down with your bad self. In Silent Hill. That's where your evil incarnation comes from. But it doesn't do that. It doesn't go there. It's just like...
Yeah, so like this demon that took on the form of the girl when she was a child took the goodness of the girl and it became a real baby, and she deposited it into an orphanage outside of Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Apparently 21 years after the events of her being burned alive.
Yes. And everyone dying.
And God, nothing makes sense in this fucking movie.
Not really,
When you think about it for like anything more than half a second, it's like, what? So everybody apparently burned alive. She was burned alive, turned everything evil, is doing this cut off Silent Hill in this other dimension as a sort of punishment for the people who burned her alive as a sin. And then the darkness is her trying to like murder those people. Their only safe haven somehow is the church, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense that they would have any safe haven in a world that she created.
Yeah, it really kind of doesn't.
It has really heavy cultish vibes that has some serious religious symbolism.
Which is weird.
Which doesn't really come into play other than the fact that it's like a church.
Yeah, it doesn't really play anything with that. It doesn't talk about like good versus evil or anything like that. It's just this town is fucked.
And even like the first, I don't know about the second Silent Hill game, but the first one there's no like Catholicism in that movie or any like Jesus related religion.
Yeah, there was nothing.
It was literally just some kind of cult that worshipped some kind of demon god.
And they wanted her to be born.
And they wanted the little girl because she was like connected to it.
It was like a weird rapey thing in that one too, because like the little girl was going to give birth to like this being that you totally blast with your fucking revolver in the end.
Yeah,
and like that was their messiah, and it was all fucking.
And there's like a
weird
giant fire lizard and stuff.
Yeah.
It was. Honestly,
totally
the first game is really weird, but it's not like religious weird.
Yeah. So it's weird it's odd that they went here with that. Maybe it's just more relatable to our world, I guess.
Yeah, maybe
the occult is just more. I don't know.
I mean, I could understand them not putting in the fire lizard, but they could have kept the same plot.
Then you'd be like, no fire lizard? Come on.
I kind of did want to see the fire lizard, but we got Pyramid Head instead, who wasn't in the first game.
Yeah, that's
true. But other
true.
than that, like, they really kept to, like, the first game's kind of plot a little bit more than...
Yeah.
The
what we
second
imagine
plot.
the second one is. Yeah, I've never played the second one.
I know roughly what the second plot's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like this dude ends up in Silent Hill and Pyramid Head's just like walking around and stuff, and he like has to find his wife or something. So it's a little different than the dude trying to find his daughter. So.
Yeah.
So yeah. A lot of religious stuff.
Yeah, they, fuck, dude. They fucking, they go to this, okay, so they go to the religious guys, and there's, like, a weird conflict between them, and the cop ends up, like, braining one of them.
Yeah.
The cop gets, like...
because they're, like, looking for her daughter, and they meet, like, the people of the cult in the church after, because they're trying to... stay away from the hellscape that takes over for the time, and Pyramid Head is just like outside the church, and he like totally rips off the skin of the one chick, and so they have to like go back to the school for some fuck off reason, because that's where she said that the demon is, because the demon knows where her daughter is. So she's gonna have to like go see the demon to find out where her daughter is.
Like,
yeah, it's in
the mine shaft is below the school or something like that.
Yeah, it's in the hospital though. That's good. Remember the nurses are where.
Yeah, and like so, like she goes all the way down with the elevator and ends up in a hospital, where all the nurses are, and the nurses are attracted to light for some reason.
Yeah, the guy is like, here, take this flashlight. They'll be attracted to it, but it's the only way you're going to see. And I'm like, okay,
like,
cool.
why the fuck did they go down there in the first place, though? That's what.
And
I
then
don't
she leaves the
understand.
flashlight, and she's fine.
It's like, I know they're supposed to be scavengers, but like that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to like go down the mine shaft of a school
Yeah, for like 10 miles.
and
too,
then they
like,
know that it's like a fucking hospital down there with demon nurses that are attracted to flashlights.
Yeah. The nurses are pretty intense.
Yeah, so she has to like turn off the flashlight and try to like walk past them.
Yeah, and one of them gets alerted to her and like swipes at her with her little scalpel, and then we get the scalpel fight. Which
Yeah.
Craig and I were making fun of. It's like scalpel fight.
Yeah, like they start slashing each other's faces and throats, and she's like barely getting through, and then she
Yeah.
like places the flashlight on the ground towards them, so they just go to the flashlight.
I think one of them
instead
got
at
their
her.
face like scalpeled off. Too.
Oh, and when you get first introduced to the fucking demon nurses, they look like they're about to start a dance number.
Oh yeah, because they're all walking up. It's like doo 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 doo.
They're like walking in sync, like it looks really funny in that first like 2 seconds when you see them all together.
Yeah, it's quite ridiculous.
Like you have to expect Richard Cheese to like walk out of one of the doors and start singing
Yeah.
"Down with the Sickness."
Oh wow,
Which would have honestly been perfect for that.
It would fit.
Yeah.
100%.
But yeah, so she like runs past them and she ends up into the hospital room of Alyssa is what the original girl's name is.
Yeah,
Or Alessa. And so she starts explaining, or the demon starts explaining, one of the fucking two of them starts explaining what happened to Alessa. And then she has to like go and confront the religious people about it.
Yeah. This is actually when the chick gets ripped in half, or like her skin gets ripped off.
A little bit. No, that's before when she gets.
Oh no,
skin
you're
ripped
right.
off,
Yeah, because that's when they tell her where the thing is going.
Yeah, and so when she gets to the fucking the church, you actually find out that the cop is still alive somehow after the off-screen beating that made it seem like she was totally dead.
Yeah. Not that it matters.
Because like they were beating the shit out of her, and she was like passed out already. And then the chick who like is in charge of the church was like, she made the motion of do it, and then they started beating her even more with like lead pipes. So it's and it made a couple squishing noises, like they brained her,
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh yeah, she's totally alive and vaguely fine.
Yeah.
And then they burn her alive for no real reason other than she fought back. And then she wasn't even really near the fire when she got started flaring up.
No, but I don't know, man. When you get a heat hot enough, it gets pretty fucking hot.
I know,
you don't have to be that close.
The fire was big, but she was pretty high up above it. And then the ropes got caught on fire.
The heat risers. Being suspended up they just cook her slowly. It'd be a slow, painful death.
But she got flared up.
You remember
quick.
playing Red Dead Redemption when they strung Uncle over the fire and they just kind of leaned him over the fire without putting him right on it?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so after that, she melts, and then they're going to do the same to the girl.
They're going to do the same thing to her little daughter.
Not Sharon. Fucking Christ.
It's Sharon, yeah.
Sharon!
And then, she comes bursting through, and she's like, you're a fucking charlatan. You guys are all horrible. You did this. You burned this chick alive.
Yeah.
You gotta pay for your sins.
And she's basically calling her out on all her bullshit.
Yeah, and she's like, she's a blasphemer, she's a witch, and then she stabs her in the chest, near her throat, and she starts bleeding out, and then she bleeds out onto where the fire is in this middle of the circle, and it breaks away into the hellscape. And then Alyssa, who's still burned alive in the hospital, comes rising up with a bunch of barbed wires.
Yeah, and this is where she just goes balls to the wall with these fucking razor wires, dude. It's insane.
Yeah, she starts killing everybody. She grabs the main chick who got everybody to burn her alive. She starts stabbing her through the hands and stuff, and then starts shoving barbed wires up her ass and everything, and then goes through her
I'm
body.
pretty sure
and then
she
rips her in half.
And then we got a second camera angle of her getting ripped in half.
Yeah,
it was
like that. Yeah, it was so good they had to show it twice.
I think the one I liked even more was when they grabbed the guy upstairs and they just vaporized him.
Yeah, they fucking they start wrapping around him and then they pull tight and it just fucking juices him.
Mist, yeah.
It's it was in Dead Rising too when you get the lawnmower with the 2x4s and just drop it on a zombie. And juice him. It was like that.
Yeah,
it's
that fucking mean green
the mist
juicer machine right there.
It's
so the barbed wire. Yeah, I can't believe they went into the vag and asshole for the barbed wire. Probably that was nasty.
It was like a super abortion. They wanted to make sure that thing was out.
Yeah, and then they cut her in half.
The ultimate C-section.
So the razor wire just starts going nuts. Dark Dahlia or Dark Alessa just kind of nods and is all stoked on killing everybody. And
she's just yeah, you did me this favor.
They slaughter everyone except for her mom, Dahlia. Dahlia is saved and spared. And then Dahlia asks Rose as they're leaving because Rose has her daughter now and she's ready to get the fuck out of here. Why did she spare me? And it's every mother's a god in their child's eyes.
Just fucking... God.
Just weird.
There's really shitty lines in this movie. Really shitty lines. And that's not even the first time that one appears.
No, they say it multiple times, and it's just as stupid the first time. And then it's weird because, the whole time the dad is... Sean Bean is, every once in a while intercuts with him, and he's he can smell his wife's perfume.
Yeah, he's he feels like he's connected to it or whatever, the other dimension, because it's close, but he can't see him or anything. And then it ends with them getting in their car, somehow magically being able to drive past the thing where their world ends, go back to their house. They're still in that other dimension. And then Sean Bean wakes up in their house and sees that the door is left open, where she walked in.
Yeah, so
they're somehow weirdly connected.
Yeah, I don't really understand the connection between this world and the real world, unless it's I
thought it was literally purely through Alessa, because she's the one that brought them in the first place, or the weird demon thing did.
Yeah, and see, that's kind of what it was in the game, right? Like, it was her creating that alternate world, I thought.
Because she had, like, the deity's powers or whatever, so it was, like, some weird psychological shit.
Yeah, but then I was like, I think we're killing children in the real world right now in the school. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, it kind of makes you question some shit. Because, like, either she's creating this world, or you're already dead and visualizing it.
Or you're just seeing it in your mind and you're in the real world still killing innocent people.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
That's what I wanted it to be, but it didn't tell you. It's weird. I need to play more of these games to understand what in the fuck is happening.
But yeah, so this one, like, that's how it ends, but there's literally no explanation of, like, anything in this movie. It's like, okay, like, near the end of the movie, you find out what happened to Alessa and why the world's like it is, but there's not nearly enough explanation.
Yeah, like, how was she able to separate herself into a good Alessa and then
like,
bad
and
Alessa
what's with
and then, like,
the
super
demon
bad
thing that, like, looks like Alessa as a child?
Just does it. No need to ask. It just happens.
She just projects.
Well, like, that's the weird thing is, like, there's
Astral
like this demon thing that's, like, helping her do it, and it's like it just doesn't make any sense. And, like, a lot of the people's motivations for shit don't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
She wanted them all to suffer, like,
and then the little girl, like, implying that she got raped was kind of, like, out there a little bit, had no real connection because it was only, like, a vague image, really.
Yeah.
It was, like, implied heavily. I don't know. It seems weird, like, some of the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand the story, and I feel like the movie suffers because it doesn't explain it as well as it needs to.
Yeah,
because, like, if you die in Hellscape, do you die in the real world? Like, are the people that are in the Hellscape already dead? And they got
I did not know kind of what they said, like, at the end.
Yeah, because
she was like, you don't even want to admit it to yourself that you burned in the fire that you tried to kill her in. Or
exactly,
whatever.
Yeah, because everyone died in that
and
town,
so
except
like,
for the cop
they're
and
like
the girl.
trapped in that chick's imagination or something.
Yeah, but, like, why is the other chick dead? Because if this all is just like a reboot, a reimagining of what happened 30 years ago, why is Rose trapped in Silent Hill? Why is she trapped in the other dimension?
Yeah, why is she trapped in there? Why is the girl's, like, goodness trapped in Silent Hill? And why is she dreaming of Silent Hill? And also, why is the chick's mom in Silent Hill? Because, like, she didn't die in the fire. She left that hotel after they were gonna go do it.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't understand.
Yeah, that's actually kind of big plot hole right there.
Yeah. I like playing.
It also kind of answers to that time that, where the time frame doesn't make sense with the age of the girl in real life and the age of the child.
It just doesn't. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, there's too much plot hole in this movie for anything to really make sense.
But look at these sick visuals.
Dude, the visuals are honestly great, and they do, like, tie it really closely to the game. It's honestly more impressive than, like, the other video game movies we've seen in that respect.
As far as adapting the feel and the, like, environment of the game, this is top notch.
Yeah, they got Pyramid Head fucking right from the images I've seen of him in, like, 2 and everything.
Yeah.
So from what I remember of 1, they, like, adapted it perfectly to the screen.
Yeah, it looked really eerily close. That's a game we played years ago, and I'm like, oh wow, this is really fucking close to what we played.
Yeah,
it's impressive. The script though is pretty shitty. The dialogue is so bad.
The dialogue is awful.
Sean Bean is, like, the only decent one in this movie.
They keep, like, arresting people for, like, no reason. Like, when the one cop, like, tries to arrest him in the orphanage, like, he's like, oh, it's breaking and entering. How did he break in and enter?
And then how was the cop in?
When the nurse was there, or the nun was there talking to him calmly.
Yeah, and the cop just showed up.
Like he had walked, and, like, she let him in.
If anybody, the cop broke in.
Yeah, he just like, showed up, and it's like, you left a wide trail. It's like, oh, he wasn't running from anything. He wasn't trying to hide anything. And he's like, he's like, I could take you to jail. It's like, yeah, you could, but for what?
I was just reminded of the room.
Where it's like, don't worry, he's in jail now. Yeah,
don't worry,
going to jail.
He's going to jail.
It was like shitty lines like that. And it's so full of them. It's ridiculous.
And the kid is like, she is
so
dude.
bad.
Her dialogue.
It's like, mommy.
Yeah, it's like, I don't remember mommy, or like the
she's 9 years old.
You know,
I don't
part of it feels like who writes the lines for children in these kind of movies? It's like it's all written by how someone imagines a child would interact with.
It's obviously someone who's never interacted with a child.
Exactly,
because like someone who's 9 years old, I don't care who they are, does not suck their thumb or say mommy.
Yeah, they better not.
Like, I mean, maybe they say mommy every now and then when they're trying to, like, get something out of them, but, like, I've never really heard a child older than, like,
Laura Croft
7
says
say
daddy.
mommy. Yeah, she does say daddy, yeah.
Daddy.
Yeah. Dude, we yelled that, like, constantly on this fucking show because of that movie.
It's because it's so funny, like, the way she says it. It's like, it doesn't match any other line that she has. She says it in such a weird way that it's like, it stands out.
Yeah, I've listened to some of the old episodes, and it's like fucking all the time. There's just, daddy! Randomly. It's like we have a drop.
We've got an inside joke of Tomb Raider. Cause
it's that stupid line. Doesn't even sound like her at all. It's so fucking weird.
It's like somebody clipped it for somebody else.
They ADR'd it in afterwards.
It's like, she literally can't say that word, so we have to get somebody else to say it and splice it in.
Hey, can you just scream, daddy, for us, please? Yeah,
that'd be funny getting someone to ADR for someone else down the road, but they just get the nationality wrong. It's every now and then they just see a word and it's just like a different nationality every time.
Yeah, there was a line in here where Sean Bean said something and it was like, oh my God, he has like perfect English suddenly. Like, it's just like, it sounds perfectly American, no accent whatsoever.
He did shift a little in
I
this
have
movie.
completely destroyed my accent.
I'm pretty sure he didn't care about this movie, so he didn't care like how he to change.
He just Sean Connery'd it.
Yeah, he just like left it. He's like, yeah, I'll switch between two accents.
It's the Chicago way. Yeah, that's a Chicago accent.
I'm only pretending to be an Egyptian.
Yeah. Who doesn't know what Hackish is?
Oh wait, no. Okay, I forgot. In Highlander, he is an Egyptian who's pretending to be a Spaniard, and he's a Scottish guy who asks what haggis is while he's an Egyptian pretending to be a Spaniard. God, that movie, dude.
It's like
I love it,
like the
but
Tropic
fuck,
Thunder.
that whole sequence. It's like, yeah, it's exactly like Tropic Thunder, but like in like a fourth Wall-E way.
Yeah, pretty bad. The music was decent. It was like the same track over and over. Usually.
Yeah, they had like 5 songs. They played one of them like 8 times in the movie.
Yeah. Mostly, I think the visuals are very good in the movie, though. Like, it all looks pretty damn good for how old it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's only the one part in the beginning that was weird. It was the cars with Sean Bean. That looked like
that was
so phony.
It was so like all movies are staged,
it
looked extra staged.
It looked like they had Sean Bean run across the green screen is what it looked
yeah, it kind of did.
It's like, all right, stop here. Okay, good. Now keep going.
Because
it looked like he ran across the green screen.
It looked like the car hit him because he like ran right in front of it, and then somehow he was like magically behind it.
It'd be funny if the green screen, if like him running by it, like rippled it a little, so like the car just kind of like ripples as it goes by. Like, look at that! It's the fucking green screen. You could see it moving.
Yeah, no, that was so bad. Like the footage of like the footage of the cars and the footage of him didn't feel like they matched.
No, yeah, the cars it was like 580p.
That's why I feel like
720.
That's why I feel like it was green screened.
Yeah,
so.
it did look. The contrast was like not right. Like Sean Bean looked good, and the cars kind of looked shitty. So there's stuff like that in there, but the performances mostly not great.
Yeah, most of the actors are really bad in it, but I feel like if the script was better, then it would have been better anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, the script is so bad, dude. They had like no motivation for like anything that they were doing.
I mean, it was the same child actor for the demon child and the main kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, as the demon child, I feel like the acting was better.
Yeah,
but there was just a lot more
like,
brooding. And
she was
no
weird
lines.
enough to pull it off, yeah. But just like the reason for bringing the child to Silent Hill
It's
made
weird.
no
And
sense.
The whole thing made
especially
no
since
sense.
like they got her as a baby.
Yeah, and
then,
she's drawing weird shit and sleepwalking and saying fucked up things in her sleep, and it's like,
yeah,
let's
it's
go
like,
find out
yeah,
what's going on.
let's go to the place where this is supposed to be happening. It's
Yeah,
like,
let's not. Like,
how about no?
Sean Bean
How
was
about
probably
you,
like,
how about you take? Yeah, Sean Bean's like, how about we just take her to a therapist? And she's like, no, I'm going to take her to this living hellscape because
Wait, we're going
plot.
to literally face her demons, okay?
yeah, we're literally going to go fuck them
What
up.
therapist could do that?
Yeah,
yeah, therapists are con artists, all right?
it's like they're only concepts. I'm going to actually do it.
yeah. We're going to break it down piece by piece and see it all unfold before
Yeah,
us.
it's like and she's like, yeah, I'm not even going to consult you. I'm literally just doing it.
Yeah. Dumb.
So
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, and then he's like, okay, and then he drives all the way from Ohio to West Virginia just to go to Silent Hill
West
to be like,
Virginia.
I need to find my wife and daughter because they fucking disappeared. And their cops are like, yeah, we'll take care of it. We'll do it. We'll find them.
I kind of wish they would have just started out with them in Silent Hill, like driving and then
Yeah,
they
that would have
wreck.
made a lot more sense.
Like the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
It would have made way more
And
sense.
then you kind of uncover everything that's happened, and you find like
and if the daughter was like,
you find the
some
daughter's
kinda,
backpack and it has the pictures in it, and you're like, what the fuck is this?
yeah, and if like the daughter was some kind of reincarnation of that chick, it would have made a little bit more sense.
Yeah, but the whole chunk before they reach Silent Hill, completely unnecessary.
Yeah, like it sets up stuff and then it doesn't like pay off.
That's why this
in any
fucker's over
way.
2 hours long. Is because they didn't.
Yeah,
cut the
it's because they're like,
parts.
yeah, they just kept like adding shit. Like, and one of the on Wikipedia, it was like, yeah, the reason that we added more Sean Bean is because the studio executives wanted a male lead, so they added a subplot of Sean Bean looking for his wife. Like,
yeah, I guess that
That's
makes
stupid.
it kind of like
that makes
too.
a lot of sense. That
it makes sense
was
that it
weird
would
to have him
happen,
around.
but like that's the reason that it happened.
Wait. Okay, yeah, because there's only like the one scene where the wife and Sean
he
Bean
gets like
interact.
2 scenes. He gets like the one in the school, which is fucking stupid that they immediately go to the school to look for the wife and child. Because anyway, but and then the other one is when he's like at the orphanage trying to find out what happened with this chick. Because like he's like, yeah, this girl in this photo isn't my daughter, but she looks exactly like her, and she should be like 40 years old right now. So it's like, okay, if she's supposed to be 40 and your daughter is like 9 years old, like, did they not think about that time difference? Did no one think about this time difference at all while they were making this movie?
I guess not. I don't know, man.
'Cause that really fucking bothers me.
Leaves a lot to be desired.
It really does.
I don't know though. I don't think it's the worst video game movie by far. Like it's a lot better than most.
Yeah, because the visuals are so close and because I played the games, I feel like I got more entertainment out of it just by watching that
Yeah.
than otherwise. But just like as far as like the script and everything goes, like it was really subpar. Like really, there's like really little entertainment value to be had in the script and in the performances.
Yeah. The best part was probably the razor and then the chick getting ripped, her skin ripped off. That was pretty intense.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the dude that had like his feet tied behind his head, and, like his like tongue in the air.
Yeah. That guy's just like, all right, stick your tongue out like you're a freak.
Yeah, it's like really creepy. I mean, they just showed the creatures to show the creatures. Like, really is
just kind of
the
expo.
vibe that it kind of gave.
A scare.
They weren't really there for more than just look at this creature
Like,
from
yeah,
the
they
dirt.
didn't really provide
Yeah, they
any
didn't
kind
actually
of
fight any of them.
Yeah, she didn't fight any of them. Like,
Yeah, and,
even
like-
the cop who had the gun didn't fight any of them. She like shot the one creature that spat acid, but that was it.
Yeah, and she shot Pyramid Head a couple times.
Like, even when she got attacked by the children in the very beginning when they got to Silent Hill, like, they just kind of disappeared. So, like, nothing really came of that either.
Yeah, it was just kind of like a callback to the game, which kind of works to its detriment, even though that's part of the coolest part for us.
Yeah, is like there's no.
Seeing
It doesn't
it.
really feel like she's in trouble, really, because
No.
like she.
Except for Pyramid Head, I guess.
Pyramid Head, that part was the only part that felt like she was in danger in any way.
Yeah, because the flesh-eating cockroaches and then the fucking...
Although, of
cleaver-wielding
course, when the
maniac.
cockroach got flipped over and had a face, and it was like, all right, this is a comedy now.
Yeah, now it's a joke. hey. Yeah, that was ridiculous.
God, it doesn't match anything in those games. Just like have a fucking bug that has a face.
Hey, I can see up your skirt from down here. And the look of disgust crosses her face and she stamps on it.
Yeah.
Wasn't she wearing pants?
Yeah. No, yeah.
You got an Arby's roast beef sandwich up there, or am I looking at your snatch? Like, fuck you, bug. Yeah. I kind of wish they would have cast Nick Cage as the Pyramid Head, though.
Yeah,
I want to hear him
like,
be like,
the interactions.
I want to see your skin off. I want to take your skin and rip it off. They just
the interactions between the characters in this movie are really awful too. Like
Yeah.
that cop and Rose, their entire everything that happens between them is annoying.
yeah, it's just dumb. Like, oh,
It's like,
you're arrested at one
This is
moment.
not how human beings would act, especially
No.
not in this situation. It's like it's so poorly written.
Yeah, it's
It's
painful.
not as poorly written as some of the other video game movies we've seen.
No, but it's disappointingly
But-
so because of how quality the visuals are.
Yeah, it's like half really good and then half really really bad.
Yeah.
And because the visuals are so good, we can't even really laugh during the whole movie.
No, yeah, it
'Cause
wasn't
it's
one of
like,
the fun
oh,
ones.
okay.
It
Yeah.
was like, and I thought it started out stronger once they got to Silent Hill. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
this
once
is
it got
pretty
to
good.
Silent Hill, it was like, oh, this is exactly like the fucking game.
And it was pretty good for like 15 minutes, and then it just started getting ridiculous.
and then it went downhill immediately when she ran
Yeah.
into the cop again.
Yeah, the cop is just the reason why it sucks. Laurie Holden is terrible. Her
Yeah,
character
she's
is
terrible.
annoying.
Rose is terrible, but their interactions together are just so awful. It's like, I'm going to arrest you, not looking for the child. We're going to walk back to the station that's
Yeah.
like roughly 40 miles away.
Yeah, we're just gonna hoof it. It's fucking.
God
we could do 8 miles a day, 5 days of walking, right? Fuck.
Well, we'll get the child later when she's obviously dead.
Yeah, which is like weird because she's known for getting the child who's obviously dead and suckling them back to life. Like, that's what she's done before, and now she abandons that. Like, I don't get that. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really dumb.
No, it's really dumb. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. I don't know. Overall,
yeah.
it's...
The other thing that doesn't make sense is that their time gaps are so fucking poor. Like we've already talked about with the baby and everything. But like the cop who was like with Sean Bean, he was like, "Yeah, I was totally there."
Yeah, 30 years ago.
He's like, he was there 30 years ago, and he looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
There was no aging. He's totally fine. He went in there a 40-year-old, and he came out 30 years later a 40-year-old. So that was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy, I mean, the guy's like probably 30 in the movie, too. Like,
Yeah, there's like no aging for this guy. Like they didn't even give him. He doesn't even have like the grayed hair or anything later
No,
on.
it's
He's not
straight up the same
He's
dude.
not like a 60-year-old cop. He's
still like 35.
Yeah, he's 35
forever.
and in the same position he was 30 years ago.
Yeah. A lot of stuff to pick apart. I don't think it's as good as everyone else thinks it is.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think if you're a fan of the games, then you'd probably like it just because of the visuals. And
Yeah.
that's, I think, the only reason people do like it. Because as a horror movie, it's not that great. And the dialogue just really stops it from being a good movie in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's visuals that had the most, because I didn't even play the game before, and so that was the only thing that kept me interested was the visuals.
Yeah.
And you probably weren't even as impressed with them as we were, because, like, you didn't play the game.
Yeah. Yeah, the most impressive thing was whenever Pyramid Head came on the screen, though.
And he's only in there like 3 times for like a minute.
Yeah, that's too bad. I hope he's in the second one a lot more, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
I don't know. This one's... It's probably... I mean, it's definitely below Rampage, Tomb Raider, and Pikachu.
Yeah, it's up there, though, I would say.
Yeah, I'd probably put it after those ones, actually. I think it's decent.
Yeah, the visuals by themselves are enough for me to, like, keep me interested throughout the 2-hour movie, even though some of it kind of felt like a slog, especially during any scene where they were talking to each other.
Yeah. It felt like a slog to sit there and watch them converse because it was painful.
It's like, this movie could have been shorter and better.
Yeah, it really could have. Like, an hour-and-a-half version of this movie would probably be pretty good.
Yeah. Cut out the Sean Bean parts.
Honestly. Get rid of Sean Bean. Get rid of the beginning sequence. Just have the girl.
Just have them, like, driving to Silent Hill. Just, like, refilm a part where they're like, hey, we're going to go take a vacation. We got to drive through this town called Silent Hill. Like the first game.
Exactly, yeah. And it would have worked just fine. Transition scenes...
I mean, some of the stuff would have been shitty still, but it would have been. I feel like it would have been better as a movie.
Yeah. So I'll probably put it as like top 5 material. It's better than a lot, but it suffers from a lot of the same problems. Just happens.
It'd be on
really
the bottom
good.
of my top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Same.
I guess Prince of Persia is like the golden child of the upcoming ones. It's like 45 or something %.
Jeez. I've seen that one.
I have too. I was really shit-faced, though, so I don't really remember it. I thought it was odd that they cast Jake Gyllenhaal, but I was
Prince of Persia, and you cast a white guy.
Yeah, he's not very Persian.
Yeah.
But we'll see when that one comes up. But I think that's it for our review. You guys have anything else? Any final thoughts?
Unless you're a fan of Silent Hill, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's not going to be visually appealing to you
unless you want to see a
seen
scene of a guy ripping a chick's skin off.
Yeah, you could just watch that on YouTube.
That is a pretty fucking sweet scene.
It is.
No denying it.
But it's not worth watching a 2 hours and 12-minute movie.
No, that and the fucking barbed wire enema happened in the movie.
The barbed wire abortion.
Yeah, barbed wire abortion enema duo double pack. If you're not into those, you're probably not going to like the movie. You're probably going to be pretty disappointed in your 2-hour.
I mean, yeah, even as like a horror movie, it's more grotesque than like horror film.
Yeah, it's not really scary at all, is it?
No, there's no parts that I was like, oh, that seems kind of frightening.
The only part that it's like, the only part that was like, oh, this is kind of cool is like when they had the like weird skewed angles to like really make it feel unnatural.
Yeah,
and then
when
the
you
rest
like
was
see
just...
some of the creatures coming out of the fog and whatever, like the children, like when you first see him, and it's like it's all twisted.
Yeah, so it's not really that scary. You know what I mean? Like it's just,
it was just more grotesque.
Yeah, it's just disturbing looking. So it kind of fails as a horror movie too.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go, guys. Next week's going to be Legend of Dragoon. 2 weeks after that, we have Cuphead. 2 weeks after that, Mortal Kombat 11.
And then 2 weeks after that, Mass Effect.
That's right. So stay tuned for those future episodes of your favorite gaming podcast. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Hog League Playoff Season 1. Oh, man, we had some fucking great action this week with Matunica's Heroes versing up against Scott Spot, Thy Death Squad against Romager's Rompers, E for last place, facing off against the Doesn't Counts, the Most Offensives versus Craig and the Bitches, and Schweiss's Sweatmeisters versus Abrac Cracks the Whip. First and foremost, Matunica's Heroes easily handle Scott's Spot. They found the spot, and they pleasured it to climax, 817 to a 250. That Death Squad easily conquers Romager's Rompers, 751 to 346. A for last place falls to the Doesn't Count, 611 to 353. Great job on the upset, Jacob and team. The Most Offensives also upset by Craig and his bitches. These bitches showed up, and they showed up hard. 591 to 301. And my Sweatmeisters, you have been good soldiers, but we have fallen to Abrach and his evil VIP. 614 to 308. Good job, everybody. Thank you so much for hogging. It's been great, but I'm out, so fuck it. Fuck it. You know what? It's been fun, but I guess someone else will have to do this segment now. No, I'm just fucking with you. I'll do it still. Thank you for conquering me, Abrach. I knew you could, and I knew you would. Because you're just an asshole like that. You always have to beat me. If it's Movie League, if it's Hog League, anything that's a league except for the Thrones League, surprisingly, you'll whoop my ass. But also in the Thrones League, both of us sucked, so it doesn't really fucking matter. So, Schweiss's Sweatmeisters, Most Offensives, A for last place, Ramage's Rompers, and the Scott Spot will not be moving on to round 2 of the playoffs. And guys, since we have 5 teams, I'm going to do things a little bit crazy this week. So instead of having teams play off against each other, I'm going to eliminate the bottom team this week. So everyone's total points, it's going to be a free-for-all match. And whichever team out of Abrach Cracks the Whip, Craig and the Bitches, The Doesn't Count, Thy Death Sword, and Batunica's Heroes has the least amount of points this week will be eliminated. And then we'll move into the conference finals and the actual finals after the winners of the next 2 weeks. And then we'll reset the Hog League, have the draft, and start another awesome season of this with the same team captains, unless you guys aren't down. And we, of course, have a Hog Chat on Twitter for that. So if you're, for any reason, you don't want to do it, feel free to just let us know. And we'll do the draft just like any styled NFL draft where the worst team gets to pick first, essentially, and then first round, second round, so on and so forth for each round until we have everybody drafted out to the teams. So that's how it's going to work. Congratulations, Batunica's Heroes, That Death Squad, That Doesn't Count, Craig and his bitches, and Abrach and his goddamn whip of pain for moving on to the next round, the free-for-all elimination round. So guys, log your hog, hoggy.herokuapp.com, get your points, get your shit done, and don't just listen to a bunch of albums like I did, because clearly it didn't fucking work out. But until next time, guys, as always, we'll see you.